And we are live. Hello everybody. Happy Monday to everyone. Yes, again, this is Marianne for another edition of Hustle Hour with me, Marianne. And for tonight, we will be featuring another business partner of mine, actually a very close sister in the business of mine. We've known each other almost a year now. See, almost a year now. And I believe that I think I've known her for longer than that. But we will see if she feels the same. Hopefully, she feels the same. But just to give you a brief background, yes, this is Marianne, the face in this business page. And for every week, I try to go live and invite some business partners of mine to share their journey, their insights in what the business have done for them, and hopefully it will inspire you to actually check it out and see the potential of this business. So you know what, without further ado, let me introduce in the stage Sis Anne. Hello, Sis Anne.
Hello, hello. Hi, Marianne. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, I was just telling my friends, my followers, that I'm so excited to actually for you saying yes. I know you're a very busy mom, an entrepreneur, right? And you saying
Yes.
yes, and hopefully inspiring at least one person. That means one household in like a follower of ours, right? So how
That's
has
right.
your
That's
Monday
right.
been so far?
Well, Mondays are usually, you hit the ground running. It's Monday, you relax a bit on the weekend, and on Monday you have to catch up with everything. But it's really nice. A bit busy, like expected, but not too busy though. Not too busy. At least it's okay. So far so
That's
good. I'll say
good.
so far
That's
so
good.
good. Yeah.
And as you can see, we're both in Canada, but like other side of Canada, and we are actually experiencing a bit of the warmer days.
That's right. And today was really nice, although not much sunshine, but really nice. You start seeing people outside sitting, at the park on benches, everybody on bike. So yeah, it's warming up for sure.
I know. It's better days are coming, if I may say. Yes,
Looking
so
forward to
thank you
that.
for yes, very much. Thank you for saying yes again, Sis Anne, and hopefully will inspire more people with this interview. So you know what? Just for starters, I would like for you to just say a bit about yourself, right? Who is Sis Anne?
All right, who is Anne Kalima? So this is Anne Kalima. For those who don't know me, I'm a wife. I'm a mom of three young kids under 10. No, one of them is 10. I'm a digital entrepreneur. I'm a mompreneur, like you said, a mom and an entrepreneur. I like to call myself a mompreneur. And also a believer, a child of God. And here's my son trying to pop up, see, on the live. So this is part of being yes of being a mompreneur. So I'm based in Alberta in Canada. My background is in finance and accounting. I hope my son will not disturb us too much, but yes, my background is in finance and accounting. So I used to be a former financial manager, before migrating to Canada. And since then, I've been an entrepreneur. So just enjoying the ride.
Yes, yes. So Sis Anne is also a mompreneur, and like what she said, she's a former financial manager, right? And yes, juggling a lot of hats, right? Mom, wife, right? Business entrepreneur, right? And so going through with this interview, I would like to start off with what inspired you to start your own online business.
I like to say that, I was not looking for an online business per se. I was looking because when I migrated to Canada, I was on maternity leave, and my maternity leave got extended because the third one came right, fast after the second one. So I was looking for something to do while I'm home with the kids. because I always worked and I was starting to get bored, although I mean it's already a big job to take care of babies. But I needed something to stimulate my mind and also to have something for me and contribute to the household because I always worked. So finding myself there, yes, I'm taking care of the kids, but I needed to do something. So it's just that I stumbled on this opportunity, which really resonated with me and ticked the boxes because it's allowing me since then to be home. I'm home and, I'm able to do my business alongside my family.
Yes, that's like a flexibility and doability rolled into one, right? And it's so nice that you weren't actually looking, but you stumbled upon this. It's like God has plans for you. You didn't had any plan, but God has plans for you. So he's like opening the door here and come in.
No, yes,
Right.
definitely. It was really God sent because, like I said, I was looking for something to do, but maybe like a business, but it was not, it didn't have to be online. It could have been just remote work, right? But it was just so good that it's online because the flexibility, I'm just loving it. For sure, I can tell you that it's really a game changer for me because also throughout my career and life, even prior to Canada, I had to travel so much because of work. I love traveling anyway, so I'm not saying it like it was a burden. But I had to travel for work and also for leisure. But I did relocate from place to place. I had the opportunity to live to work in Europe for a few months, live in the Middle East. But every time you have to kind of like restart things. But now with
Yes.
an online business, the business is portable, so that's also one of the features that sold me on this opportunity, right? Because I could take my business with me. So we always wanted to have a business, but also the fact that I can take my business with me, I don't have to start over. Starting over all the time, it's frustrating. You're moving to this place, you have to start something new. You're moving here, you start from scratch again. But at least with this opportunity, now if I decide or we decide as a family to move somewhere else, we're taking our business with us.
That's true. That's true. Very well said. But you know what? I know that some people might be listening and they'll be like, there's no way it's all good, goody goody, happy, happy, right? But with that, what challenges did you face starting out and how did you to overcome them?
Well, I never to one of the first challenges. I never been really person to project myself like this in social media. It was not my personality, right? I was really, I like to stay, low key, low profile. Don't want to, show my face and all of that. So it took me some time, to go out there, project myself the way I'm doing it now. And today people are looking at me and think that I always done it. No. So, that was, one part of the challenge at the beginning. But how did I overcome it? I guess just practice makes you better and you love what you're doing. And yeah, I love making, connecting with, my business partners, sharing and also inspiring people because, you find a good thing and then you hope that you can also help others because at the end of the day, it's no longer about just you, right? Because I gain so much and I want to share it with the world and people around me. But the other challenges, it was also my kids were young, so I was so excited to go through the training.
Training.
But you have to take care of family, so boundaries and priorities. You have to make sure you allow the time for the family time and then to work on your business. But because it's online, sometimes I mean there's no line, right? You just keep working and sometimes you forget the time. It's like, oh my goodness, I have it's supper time for the kids. Or sometimes you have to take care of them first and you can work when they asleep. So especially when they were younger, so I really worked late. I still do from time to time, but now they also require more time because we have to do homework. We have to do you have to kind of know what's going on with their day and stuff like that. So it's just like boundaries because if I'm also when I lack something, I just, my mind is 100% in it.
Yes.
I forget about other stuff. So, so I just really have to just put, block time. This is family time now. I have to put my phone away. Sometimes it's not easy, so just to also for them to see that when it's family time, especially when it's dinner time, you want to put all the devices away so they learn, they see what you do, and they want to replicate the same. So those kind of stuff. So those were the challenges that I had, just to make sure that I don't overdo it, because I love what I'm doing, but take the time for them, because they need that time. Because at some point it was, oh, mommy, you're always on the computer, you're always on the phone. But I'm not playing, I'm working. But they need also their time. So just making sure that everybody get their share fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and like what you said, no, it's the they are the reason. They're one of the reason why you're doing this anyway. So you really have to like set that boundary. I like what you said on setting the boundary. Okay, at this time, should it be okay? Should I be like the entrepreneur that I am, or am I the mom right now? Right, and if a little bit it like crossed the path, right? You adjust, right? You adjust. That's what we learn in training as well. And surprisingly, I'm one of those people that can tell that I'm surprised that you weren't, like you're not like the person. You're like an introvert person, because I told the people who's like watching us or will be watching us later. I know of you for like a year now, and that's not what I've seen. No, it's not like, oh really, that's, I don't think so. But you're right, it takes a lot of consistency, right? Trainings, and then you have to like be consistent on what you're doing to have that practice, because doubt sometimes comes from not knowing, right? So if you do train, if you do your training, your workshops, right, then you'll learn, then you gain confidence, right? And
Now I
of
want
course,
to also add something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it's a go ahead.
No, I wanted to say that also the willingness to get outside of my comfort zone. It's not
Oh, that's
easy,
true.
right? Yes. Because I had when I started going live online, I was sweating. Before I go live, I was like, I'm losing. So I wanted to, you have to be willing to go through that, because otherwise it's like, oh no, it's not for me, forget it. But if you want to grow, you have to do things that you never done to get what you never had, right? So yeah, that's also was part of the challenges, but you have to go out of your comfort zone. Yeah.
That's true. And look what where we are right now, right? Yes. So, but of course, there are not just challenges, right? There are like lessons that we learned and like happy moments, right? So, with that, what has been your most rewarding moment, or if there are more, right, in the online space?
Yes, for sure there are more, but what I can say is really finding myself again, in the sense that when I migrated and I was on this extended mat leave, you see people back home kind of going on with their lives, and I felt like I was on the bench, like kind of like you, like in a basketball game, the people are playing
Oh,
in the court and you're on the bench. It's like, what's happening to me? I'm here, nothing is going on. Yes, but I was also at a different stage of my life, because just uh, taking care of the kids. But I always did something, like I was telling you, I always worked, so I was losing myself. But this business really brought me alive again, if I can put it that way. Although my God is there, I'm a believer. But I was just so excited. I was so excited, the stuff that I was learning, and discovering myself, because the things that I'm doing today, or that I've learned along the way, apart from the financial aspect of it, I didn't know I could do it. I didn't know I could do it, and I'm finding myself. So this is the huge benefits, the confidence, and also the other opportunities, and even just expanding my mindset, on things that now the possibilities are endless. Oh, now I can do this, I can do that things that I never thought before. But now, because of this business, it had opened other doors. people are also, finding you or discovering you, so it's also attract other opportunities to you. But mostly the confidence, of course, it's always good to also have a paycheck, right? You get a paycheck, and you're not working for nothing. You don't do business not to earn nothing, but just the professional development, that's the huge part, you know that's the huge part, because I've grown so much personally. And yeah, I don't think, I don't know how to even put a price on it. It's just so huge for me, because now you feel good about yourself. And I always wanted to start a business. Now I'm a business owner, and I'm still on the journey. But I at first I was like, people were calling me, so Anne, what's going on with you? I was a bit embarrassed too, because I was like, nothing is
Yeah.
going on with me. But they always known me as a go-getter.
Yeah.
So they was like, okay, now you're in Canada, but it was just like, yeah, you have kids, but you're not working. I was like, no, not right now. I'm still on mat leave. So I was feeling kind of like, I felt bad about myself, kind of even losing my self-esteem, because nothing was going on. But now, with what I learned, I'm trying things. I'm discovering my gifts. Some skills that and I'm acquiring some skills as well. So that's huge for me.
Yeah. So, you know what I got from what you said is redefining your self worth. I have that in my mind, and I'm like, I think this is what I'm getting from what Sis Anne is saying, right? Redefining your self worth, because you were like in mat leave, you're in extended mat leave, right? And then somehow you're like, where am I right now? Where is Anne, right? And that's redefining, meaning, okay, you know what? I can do more. I can do more. I have this. I know what I'm doing on this side, but you know what? I can acquire these skills. I can acquire this knowledge and be confident on another part of something that I didn't know I had, right? Because that's what I'm getting. I know I've told you, I told you all, like all of our ladies, our queens, right? That the thing that I have the most rewarding for me is the Mary Ann 2 years prior, or like a year prior, is not the Mary Ann anymore. Right now, it's a better version. I must say, it's a better version, and I didn't know that I can do this. But you know what? This is my most favorite part of the business. Listening to stories of my business partners, and being inspired, not only me, but of course, other people out there. Oh my god, this is so exciting.
No, it
Wait.
is. It is. And one more thing is also, because now I'm a mentor, right? So I'm
Oh
also
yes.
mentoring other people and seeing the transformation in their lives.
Oh
What
yes.
it's just like how do they say, the cherry on top of the cake, right?
Yes.
Because you see how they just flourishing, they're just blooming. I'm just like, oh my goodness, that's my 2 cents contribution in their life. And thank you, Lord. And I feel like my business it's like my ministry, because that's
Oh
how
yes.
I'm able to also impact others. Because when I see the ladies, I see the queens, and what maybe they were not able to do before, and the confidence they gain, and because they came in contact of this business because of me. So at least I have a part in their story, right? So it's really a great satisfaction for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your stewardship, right? And with that, I know there is still like a lot of people who have been watching us, or still watching us, right, in the sidelines. You're like, what are they doing, right? What advice would you give to those who are, still thinking, or to start their own online business?
What I will say to them is like, the first question will be, what do you want out of life? What do you want? Because we know what we don't want, but sometimes it's hard to articulate what we want. And once you know what you want, how are you going to attain it? Because we know salary is not enough, will never be enough. So you need, I don't know, strategies, tools, and a business can help you achieve some goals. So what do you want? Because we know that, keep doing the same things will give you the same results. So if you needed change, if you are needing change in your life, you need to do something else, right? So what I would tell them, check it out, because it might not be for you. This business is not for everybody. But how would you know if you don't try? How would you know if you don't even at least explore, the information? We have a nice webinar that lets you in and, on what we do and oversight. So you decide. If it's not for you, that's fine. There's so many opportunities out there. But we are talking about this one because we are in it, right? So, and we see the transformation, so many success stories in the community. And why won't you be the next one? Right? We'll be cheering for you. We'll be happy. Like I said, when I see the transformation of the people maybe that came to the business through me, it's just I say, Lord, thank you, because I have a part to play in the story. So that's what I will say to somebody. Check it out. Take the time to, check this information. And today I was just listening to a motivational clip from Jim Rohn, and he was saying, what would you be in 6 months from now? You'll be somewhere, but where? For sure, you'll be somewhere. But, the decision we are taking today are the ones that are shaping our future. So which action are you taking today that will shape the future that you want in 6 months? Right? So create your future today. So that's what I can tell somebody.
Oh, very well said. And you know what? Taking into account what you said on you being, the door who opened that door who opened with those people, your mentor, your mentees, right? It's a very great feeling, and with that, somebody is actually watching us right now. There you go. Sis Anna, she said, yes, I'm one of your mentees. Thank you so much for your guidance.
Thank you, Anna, for watching
my
us.
journey.
Yes. So let me just say and testify that when I see Anna and the transformation in her life, I'll say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because she has come from a long ways, and I see we are still on the journey. We are not done yet, but already what's blossoming, what is it's beautiful. And I'm happy when I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so happy that she was able to hop in and watch because it's just so timely. You were just saying that, and then Sis Anna just hop in. That is really great. So again, Sis Anne, you know what? Thank you very much for saying yes for this interview. I'm so excited, and I'm so thankful that you said yes. And to end this interview, I would like for you for me to ask you if you're able to invite everybody to follow your page or reach out, right? And it may be like on your own language, right? To tap on those your friends and family said, the followers.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. I want to say, keep following our pages, but I'll also say in French. Yes, I want to invite you to come in and check this out because, like I said, and what Jim Rohn really challenged me today, it's like, where would I be in 6 months? Whatever I'm doing right now will really shape my future. So I'm inviting you also to take the time, to check this information because we don't know. It might be the answer to your prayer. Right? It might be the answer to your prayer. And even Jim Rohn was saying, we take the time to plan trips, events. We'll take hours, to make sure everything is crossed to the T. But we don't do that for our own life. When is the last time you really took the time to plan your life? So why won't you do the same? So I'll say that in French as well. Alors, pour quelqu'un qui m'écoute et quelqu'un qui est sur ma page peut-être, où est-ce que tu seras dans 6 mois? On prend le temps de planifier des événements. J'ai parlé de ça dans mon lundi de motivation. Vous allez le voir bientôt si vous suivez ma page. Mais où est-ce que tu seras dans 6 mois? Les actions que tu prends maintenant vont décider ou bien vont créer ton futur, vont créer ton demain. Alors, si tu as besoin de changement dans ta vie, je t'invite donc à aller sur nos biographies et regarder checker le lien de notre website où vous pouvez avoir plus d'informations sur ce business dont on parle. Comme ça, parce qu'ici, on n'a pas le temps de beaucoup en parler, mais vous pourrez avoir accédé à un webinaire qui est gratuit et vous ne perdez rien, c'est gratuit. Donc, je vous invite donc à aller chercher cette information où vous pouvez nous envoyer des messages, on vous enverra le lien et vous pouvez donc vous enregistrer pour suivre ce webinaire qui sera peut-être la porte d'entrée pour une opportunité que vous priez depuis un temps. Voilà ce que je peux dire pour ce soir. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you so much.
You're very much welcome, Sis Anne. And that, so just we'll leave you at that. What do you think you are in 6 months from now? And then think about it. And then once you think what your answer to that questions, and you think that this might be the potential what you're looking for, check it out. Because whatever we may say in our go lives, in our interviews, at the end of the day, the decision will be yours and your household's decision. And of course, you're not going to be able to arrive to that decision unless you actually check it out. Do your due diligence as the same with other businesses, right? So again, thank you very much, Sis Anne, and hopefully this is not the last. I'm gonna ask you to be interviewed again, right? And for everybody who is watching us right now, Sis Anna, hello, hello. And for those people who's gonna be watching us later, say hi to us, right? Follow our pages, message us, say hi, don't be a stranger. And it's me again, Hustle Hour with Marianne. Happy Monday! Bye!
Bye bye. Thank you.
Yeah.